let me put up your Twitter handle. Let me just grab that. So folks know who you are. So that's why the camera isn't moving for a second. Please, everyone, do not panic. Do not panic. I'm actually here. So Kengan's going to be joining us. He is from Team YP, as we're branding it. YP, right?
Yes. Actually, I lied about Warlock being a core.
Yeah, I think
we're totally just zoned out about the SF pick mid. There's no way they're gonna put Warlock anywhere else. So
we've seen a couple of safe lane SFs, right? With the Ember Spirit, sometimes people play around with the laning, but yeah, it looks like he's gonna be a support Warlock, especially because he's on Dup. I have no idea how Dup's Warlock is. I haven't seen this guy play this hero, even though I cover a lot of Root's games. So either way, I'm gonna introduce Root, and then I'll toss it over to you for E.Wolves. We've got Jeezy on that Chaos Knight, Xuan on Slaughter, 747 on Shadow Fiend, Stan King on the Dazzle, and Dup on, oh gosh, they're gonna get a kill here. Looks like Stinger taking a lot of damage, and that's her first blood. Yeah, Stinger was trying to ward, I think, to get out that early ward so he could not be ganked and then got ganked. So, how about you introduce E.Wolves now that we've calmed down after the first blood?
Sure. It's M-God on Undying, Smash on TA, Bake on the Tusk, and Masoku on Wyvern, and Van on Gyro.
Yeah, and just so folks know, I believe Tusk is Stinger. There's the name change thing. You might know about it, where you can like change your names a bunch now. Oh gosh, he went for the bloody upheaval first. This is going to be a weird team fight. They're going in, they're doing quite a bit of damage to Smash. They have the heal, but Smash has refraction, and they use the stun on him, and now 747 taking a lot of damage. Will the snowball hit? He's salving up, but he is dead. 4 of them in there, and that's not going to be a good team fight. So Bounty Runes both went to E.Wolves, and I think they have more than made up for that first blood engagement.
Alright, Stanky should be dead here, right?
I think he's just gonna walk it off. Is the snowball on cooldown? 2 more seconds. Are they gonna be in range? They're just, they picked him up. Stan King probably can just walk this off. He should have more Shadow Word. Oh gosh, he takes so much damage. Undying is stacked.
He's gonna live.
Yeah. So, wow. Whew. Either way, let's get into this now that we've already had our first or second blood. Looking at this mid matchup, how does this traditionally go? I think TA has the edge until level 5, and then Shadow Fiend just raises everything.
It kind of goes both ways. It's kind of weird this game because generally when there is a Shadow Fiend mid, the supports want to, come mid for the first wave and try to either zone for the Shadow Fiend or against the Shadow Fiend. And it hasn't happened this game because they were just so busy top lane.
Yeah, I was really expecting the early Wyvern rotation. They actually Dup breaks the smoke. Lucky he doesn't go down there as well, but I was expecting that early Wyvern Arctic Burn harass that comes out a lot in mid lane. But both of them gonna be fine. And they've actually got solo Xuan against Van on this gyrocopter, just because of where the supports are for E.Wolves. So Xuan's getting a lot more experience than I think he expected as a Slaughter.
Yeah, that matchup actually just went on in my pub game, and my team, who was playing Gyrocopter versus Slaughter, actually lost that lane, but I'm pretty sure the Gyro is supposed to win.
I think he should win, but I think you can stay in range. You're not getting zoned as much as you would with another hero, so you're happy with that. I mean, you're an offlane Slaughter. I don't think you expect...
Not if it's one-on-one. Not if it's one-on-one. You really don't want to. Just be happy with the XP. If you're still losing a matchup while the other lanes are, getting pressured on, you have to try to get as much as you can out of that lane.
Okay. So we'll see. Either way, gonna calm down here a bit, and it looks like Shadow Fiends are top farmer, then Gyro, then Chaos Knight, but it's early days. Anything could happen. Now, Chaos Knight's a really interesting hero. Obviously very RNG based, but he can be a super hard carry. So how do you feel that he matches up against a Gyrocopter?
There's just so much minus armor for Dire. I feel like the synergy could be better. I think Warlock is also pretty good for disengaging.
Oh, Stan King is caught. Oh, never mind. He was caught out of position, but he ate his way free. So he
should be
just
okay.
fine.
He's saving a skill point for the grave if he needs it.
Yeah. But you were saying lots of minus armor on Root Gaming.
Yeah. I think they picked the Warlock maybe perhaps as a counter. I mean, disengage for the Undying Tombstone. Do you know if they picked Warlock before the Undying?
I have the Warlock came out after, I want to say, but I don't quite remember because it was, yeah, I think I can say it came out after. Who had last pick? The last pick was the Chaos Knight, right? So yeah, it came out after, so I think so. But yeah, it was afterwards, and it was kind of a weird surprise pick. I feel. Because I think the game plan for E.Wolves here is that you put down a Winter's Curse, you drop the Tombstone, and you get the zombies to stack up, and also decays. Even though Winter's Curse means that you take less damage for the units attacking the cursed guy, your decays still get full, like, strength. So, you can definitely stack up decays in that time period. Or get one, big one, right?
You'll get one, yeah.
Yeah, because it's got a long cooldown, so... You can maybe get 2, it's 4-second cooldown at max level. Yeah, it's getting close. So... But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting, as you said, to see who has the edge in these team fights. I feel like... While the Warlock ult, the Golem, is huge, I haven't seen it in a while, and if it's whiffed, the cooldown is so long. Like, they definitely have the more frequent team fight coming out for E.Wolves.
I think the Radiant is actually playing on a timer, because I don't think their lineup scales as well as Dire's does.
Just because of the Gyrocopter versus Chaos Knight with Flat Cannon only being 6 shots. Oh, we actually have a Reality Rift up top. Can they get anything though? The Tombstone is dropped and that Soul Rift does so much. Yeah, it looks like Jeezy is going down. Do they have Shallow Grave? They've got rotations coming around as well. And now in comes Dop, but I think Jeezy is just dead here, and yeah, he goes down. Really unfortunate, as you said. I don't think you can go into that many creeps. You have to know that he has Soul Rip. And they might actually keep going on the side of E.Wolves. They could certainly snowball in shortly, and this is 2 supports. They would need some help. Do they have enough mana for Shadow work? No, they don't. So it looks like Dazzle's going down, and Dop might be the one to follow. They may have overstayed their welcome. But how many decay stacks is that? He's rocking 1,000 health. Slaughter comes in. This is so many heroes dedicated just for a kill onto the Undying, who finally goes down. If they can catch Stinger with the Reality Rift, they're getting the slow out. They're getting closer and closer. Slaughter's sprint has ended, though, and they have to find him here before he TP's out. He doesn't have mana to TP out, so he's just gonna, he's just gonna eat his way free. I'm pretty sure he's dead, though. They have vision. There's the bolt. There's gonna be the Reality Rift with the extra damage. Oh, Snowball just delaying the inevitable. Yeah.
That's actually so much space created for the other lanes.
Yeah.
I think that was like 3 TPs and they got 2 kills out of it. Definitely, it was worth it.
Yeah, 100%. It does feel like E.Wolves, even though they lost both of their heroes, they got the much better engagement, and Gyrocopter now getting all of the farm he wants on bottom lane and pushing the tower some. No, and actually, oh goodness, yeah, 747 looks like he's going down. Just too much damage coming out from Wyvern, coming out of Smash. He's been meld striking him constantly. Just Smash has been walking up to 747 and meld striking him, and this is feeling like maybe Smash is a little bit more experienced with the matchup.
I mean, it's still pretty even CS-wise. You're not really gonna stop the Shadow Fiend from farming with the raises, and plus he still has the jungle stack. So he can definitely still catch up. It's not a big deal.
Yeah. The stacks also haven't been scouted yet, which is really nice for Root. I feel like if they scout your stacks, they can take it easily with Templar Assassin. She can also do stacks, and just a little nice thing. But I think E.Wolves know they're there, they're just not sure where.
Well, if they know, it's definitely gonna be the big camp. There's really no other place they could be, especially since it's Dire. It's really close between the 3 camps, closer to their side of the map.
Yeah.
So Shadow Fiend's just gonna clear it out.
And again, they're playing so aggressively up here, getting that level advantage. Undying is nigh unkillable, especially if he drops that Tombstone. They're finding out very quickly they can't fight into that. Jeezy acting like he wants to, though, and this is the problem with a strength carry up against this lane. He's losing damage and health, right? He's hitting a lot less hard with these 3 decay stacks. So he's actually going to initiate, and unless they have enough lockdown, but in the snowball saving him, they need raises to get this. It's going to be the Tombstone and the Sigil drop, and everything has gone wrong. They're going to kill the Tombstone, but still not getting the kill, and they rotated their mid for this.
Yeah, this is not going well for Dire right now. The Shadow Fiend he's kind of behind. If you look at the net worth, he's like over 1k.
And Dop in the danger zone, he should be fine. Smash actually now doesn't have refractions for 2 more seconds. Xuan has to watch out. He actually pops the sprint, and there's just going to be the TP out. They don't have anything. Oh, Slithering Crush was just coming off of cooldown. That's frustrating. But Smash just... Really, this is Smash's TA. We've seen it before. He plays this hero really well. And I think all lanes right now are being won by E.Wolves.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It looks that way, yeah, because Gyro has just been receiving free farm for the last 3 minutes, ever since starter TP top.
Oh, we have no Tombstone up, but again, the snowball save, and they're just gonna walk it off. Oh, this is horrible for Root Gaming. Yeah, so when you lose all 3 lanes, it doesn't necessarily mean the game's lost, but you're in a bad place. What do you do to get back into it? Is it smoke gank time? Do you just cry softly and hope?
Sometimes it really depends on what they do. I think if it depends on the enemy's like grouping.
Oh, they're actually gonna get the kill on Van. It was very close. Chaos Knight needs Sean to tank the creeps for him. Sorry, I had the camera on that, but I was trying not to interrupt you, but then the kill went down anyway,
Yeah,
so I had to.
Yeah, that's actually a big kill because Gyro's been getting free XP.
Yeah, it's an over 1,000 gold kill because they were about 5,000 gold behind, and he'd been farming free down bottom and getting a tower. But yeah, you were saying what they do to get back in.
It depends on how Radiant plays it. If they're just gonna go 5-man at your towers, I'm not sure if Dire has the strength to take them. Maybe if Warlock gets a 6 and then they can take a good fight if they overextend, but aside from that, it really depends on how there's gonna be a kill on the Dazzle.
Yep. Dazzle goes down top, don't worry, I caught that one. I just want you to finish your point. We were just seeing Smash roll people, so.
Yeah, it really depends. So like I was saying, you want to get back in the game, right? But then sometimes, if you want a 5-man against their 5-man and then their 5-man is stronger, you just can't win the fights. So sometimes you just can't force it like that. You have to like be smart around the map and try to pick the enemy team when they're like rotating.
Yeah, you do have 6 towers. I mean, it's something where it sucks to lose towers, but sometimes I think, as you said, it is better to lose a tower than to get 5-man wiped and lose a tower. So I also think it's really important. It looks like Dop is saving up a lot of gold for something. Not sure if that's going to be a straight Midas or something else.
It'll probably be a Midas, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen the Warlock Blink Dagger. Oh yeah, the range on Chaotic Offering is huge anyway. So, but Dop, he is in the danger zone. He doesn't know that they have a ward that spots his every movement, and there are so many heroes ready to rotate. He wants experience. He's so close to level 6. He can actually get it if he is... Oh, but now the rotation is shown. So, he really needs this creep wave. Maybe Dop can get it here? No, they're being scouted out, and he doesn't want to get an experience range in fear of dying. They're just so strong right now, as you said, and maybe they just can't teamfight at all. But Dop, he is being scouted. He needs to get back. He's going to go down here. He throws out enough people, but that is not enough. And they're going to roll in onto him. Cooldown happening as well. The auto attacks from the Shadow Fiend not going to be enough, just tickling them, even though he has a DD. Oh, what's happening on the backline? Jeezy getting knocked out, and I think he's just going down here. Shallow Grave is going to expire. Ice Shards get the pick off. Root Gaming falling apart, and I think that was exactly what you said. They were angling to fight there. They could not.
Yeah, it's just that Warlock, I feel he doesn't contribute much, especially with the max W plus E build. He needs his level 6 in order to be productive in teamfights, and unfortunately he was just so close from it. And it looks like he actually spent his gold on boots and wand.
Yeah, maybe a bit concerned about not having the mobility there and thinking he was a bit too greedy to try and save up. But he'll get 6, but this also may be a bit of damage on their tier 3. E.Wolves has no interest in slowing down. They know they're really far ahead, about 7.5k gold. And oh goodness, Dop might get caught out again. They have a reality rift, and there's not a lot of health on this guy with that damage. But at the same time, finally the Chaotic Offering comes out. Can they do anything here? But a snowball saving them, and that golem's already dead. There's a tombstone up as well, and nobody on route feels like they're able to take it out. This could just be game 1 over. Winter's Curse coming out. Jeezy taking quite a lot of damage. Uses another reality rift on Smash, but I don't even know if he cares. He may finally go down. The raid boss of Smash is down. Their tower's below a 1/4 of its health though, and they are not happy with this on route. They need more. They have to get the tombstone. He heals it up, but it is no thing. And now they throw out a stun. Do they have the backup? Without Smash, it doesn't feel like they have a lot of damage. At the same time, 747 isn't super tanky. A beautiful slithering crush. Xuan somehow still alive. 2 kills there. If they can get more off the back of this, this would be a huge turn for Root Gaming, and that's not going to save you there, man. You're just going to get raised down. Can they catch the Wyvern? And wow, 747 got all of those kills. We're going to see him. He just got 2.5k gold in that team fight.
I think a Wyvern should be dead too, because
yeah, it looks like they're gonna get the Chaotic Bolt, and now there's gonna be oh, he's gonna Octopone away en route. They probably need to back out here. Overstayed their welcome. They're gonna get slowed up. 7/7. He's being body blocked by DB. He's trying to channel that Requiem to Soul. It is gonna reduce Smash's damage, but is it enough? And now a slow with the upheaval. Dop may have given his life for it, but I think it's worth it to make sure that 747 gets to keep all of that gold, although most of it should be reliable. Yeah.
He's gonna get out. I think E.Wolves actually stayed too long, hitting the Radiant Tower. I'm not sure why the Tusk just initiated past the T4s or T3s.
Definitely overstayed their welcome. It happens sometimes. They were feeling very confident. They just rolled Root in a number of team fights, but that was huge for Root. I think they cut the net worth lead on E.Wolves almost in half. They got a good amount of it back, and now Shadow Fiend, who was feeling very much behind, very much out of this game, full Yasha picked up because of that fight. I actually would have preferred to see him go the Sange, just because I think he needs health here, but Yasha works too. And also because of E.Wolves grouping up, they actually had... The one, it was that team fight, but because E.Wolves had grouped up so much for that push, it looks like Root Gaming might be able to pull themselves ahead in experience as well if they play their cards right.
I think for Radiant, what's next is trying to get the Roshan once TA gets the Deso. She should be pretty
Radiant's
close
top
to it.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
and it looks like Tusk is rushing that Blink Dagger, so there's going to be more Snowball madness, and as you said, Deso up on Templar Assassin. Both sides have a really early Roshan potential, and dominated Siege Creep being very confusing. But yeah, both teams have a lot of potential.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
so Smash, maybe not the best TA record, you know, he's a little under 50%, but he's still very confident in the hero, and he plays a lot of it. So I was trying to pull up, it looks like Dope is again trying to save up for that Midas. I don't know. Sean's probably going to get picked off here, though. He's getting slowed a bit, but he sprints away. That guy is a race car, and they're just going to take this tower. I think it would be right for Root Gaming to let it go, but they do have the Chaotic Offering. They might choose to fight. It still feels a bit...
Radiant's
They don't
middle
win the
tower
fight
is
unless
under
there's an
attack.
overextension by E.Wolves.
I think they just want to make sure they get that T2 up, because if they lose that T2, they just lose map control for Roshan. And TA has a double damage bottle with the Deso. I think they're just gonna melt the Roshan within like 10 seconds. So they need to be in like really good position to contest.
Yeah, 100%. So, now if you're GZ on this Chaos Knight that doesn't have the bestest of farm, are you still looking for an omelet? I mean, it feels a bit scary to do that here, just with the massive amount of damage coming out. If you toggle it off ever, you're in trouble. But it is one of the cheapest ways to get health and attack speed.
Yeah, he's
那
definitely
目
building
前
towards
的
it. He
话，我
already
们
has a
看一
big
下比赛
wave
双
of
方是
attack.
EW 对阵
And
Root
I think
战
he just wants to,
Root 战队。
I don't know, just be
今天
in the
早
fight,
上
because
早
CK
一
is
点那
not
个
one of those
BO3 的
heroes
话，
that
应
you
该
can farm
是
with. In
有
order to catch up, he can't really clear the creep
叫什
wave
么？
fast enough.
让我想想那个叫
Yeah, you're not
Anyway.
exactly popping Phantasm to do
日月潭
ancient
那个
stack.
队伍获得了胜利。
So,
这
100%
局
agree,
是没
and
有
they're gonna
能
get
够
this
成功
really
晋级
quick
下一轮。
Roshan coming out of E.Wolves. They're actually pinging it on Root Gaming. Shuan knows it's happening,
It's
but
gonna
I
be
don't
too
think...
late.
Yeah, I don't think they have any sort of follow-up, and now Mud Golem coming in, he's gonna help out. He might get bashed to death, actually.
主要和对方两个
But
人
Mud
在
Golem
这边
survived.
偷
Gets out alive,
德山
and
盾。
yeah, just... Whew.
看一下这边的
Gonna
阵
be
容，
no
哦，对面
thing.
有一个
Now,
Warlock。
Root Gaming, they've got
Radiant's
2 outer
middle
towers
tower
left,
is
but I
under
don't know if
attack.
that's enough to stall for the 5 minutes they need to outwait the Aegis, because I do not think they can fight into this Aegis.
像是赶紧别人家
Well,
的
they're gonna
人
have
物
to
也
take
去
the
清
T3
远谷。
fight, that's for sure. I think Radiant's definitely gonna try to pressure the
Dire's bottom
T3,
tower
if
is
not
under attack.
the top T2. But right now it's not looking good for Dire because they have 0 towers. I think everybody on Radiant has so much more
Dire's bottom
reliable
tower.
goals from
胜场有
putting
点
towers
肥
compared
皂
to Dire.
但是有暧昧在手了，不过经
Yeah,
济
and
看起
Slaughter
来还
has
是
a
比较
full
均
stop
衡的
nowhere near，
双
that
方
Blink
的一个
Dagger.
大哥
I
位
think
经
it's
济
the right thing
推
to
荐
get up
经
the
济
full
跟胜
stop
能差
here,
不多
given how far behind he is, but it is not where you want to be on this hero. And Shadow Fiend, he can buy up the full Sange and Yasha now, but again, he feels like he needs so much more. He's really just tickling them with these attacks right now.
艾米这个位置用碎片滚一下，但是后
I think this
面
game is
有一
really
个
on
冰龙
the Shadow
TP 了，
Fiend
圣
and
堂在往上
also
路赶，
to a lesser degree
往
on
上路
CK
去
in order
打
for
远
them
古了，
to win.
来不及
you。know? It's like I think Dazzle is gonna have no items. Slaughter is like very low impact right now. Ideally, I think with the
我
Slaughter
也
you
是
don't want
他
to
们
be
两个
coming
人
from
过来
behind.
好像并不能有什么大作为吧？
Yeah, I'm
这
wondering
两个
if
人
they can pull it out. It just feels like Root, maybe they've gotten themselves a bit too far behind. If they can defend their high ground a few times, you can obviously turn this around. We just saw the lost team fight was like a 4k gold swing. But at the same time, it's looking rough. And they're trying to siege a tier 1, but the moment they see TPs, I think they need to back out. Just because they really can't fight up against E.Wolves lineup. The saving grace for them here, I think, is that E.Wolves has to rotate. They can't all TP in, otherwise it's too obvious. But they're not getting this tower. E.Wolves is way too close. Oh, it's gonna be... Oh,
I
they
think they're gonna
glyphed
get a
it.
tower, but they might lose everybody if they stay too long. Or-
Yeah, and
这
they're
边先
backing
跑
out,
了
but there's
如
no
此的
blink
4个
on
人推进，
Undying, who
Radiant's
is
bottom tower
当然
is
受
under
到了
maybe
杀
going
气。
Vanguard. Oh, he might just be
不过
going
他们现
Crimson
在这
God
个
for all
团应该
the
也是
Phantasm
不太
illusions. That's the thing.
害怕的呀。
Dire's top
I don't know if I like
等
that
我
on Undying. I'm
杀
much
过
more
来 的时候，
seeing the
他们
Glimmer
全
Capes
部
come
都
out, the
干啦
potentially the Aghanims, maybe a Solar
这边也
Crest.
是出了
I think you might be
分
getting
身
an
符，
Atos.
You think an Atos? I was thinking maybe the Crimson God, but Atos, yeah, Atos is a really cheap, good way to get in Undying. You know, you want to call some more spells, you want actually spotting him out and then
CK
backing
这
all the
边
way
也是
out.
一个发育点，
Why would you like Rod of Atos here?
入
Just
的
for
发
trying
育
to
点
kite
是比
Chaos
较
Knight?
多的。
Oh, I really
但是
hate
资源
Vanguard
的分
and
配我一
Crimson
开始
Guard.
是没有
Just
注
as
意
an
看
item, I
到，
don't think they're
Even
good
against
items at
Mass
all.
Illusion Heroes?
就
I
更
don't
倾
think
向
it
于
really
谁？
matters
现
too
在
much.
目前来看，应该是
But that's just
XF
me. I
优
think
先，
Atos
然后
scales a
其
lot
次还有
better, has
人，
like super
但
good
是绿
initiation.
学家
If they
推推
ever
棒，
go
他
towards
没有
like
选择出
Legions
跳
to
刀
the。late game, you can use that to pop it from like I think 1,000 range or something like that. It's something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So, and it does give you
这个
really
也是赶紧
cheap
先回家，
int, so.
先其他线先不
Now
管，因
let's
为
see
现在
what
的线
happens
对于
here. They're gonna
EW
probably
来
lose
说
this tier 3, but will
还
they
蛮
also
不错
lose
的，
a
因为
Rax? I
上
don't
路
think
这
Root
里
has
的
a
线
good lineup
就
to
各
be
打
a
各的，然
Rax
后中
down,
路这
but
边
they've
自
done
己
it
推
before. They
进，
actually
下
initiate
路
on
兵线
Smash
比较
He
靠
Blinks
近，
like 2 feet
对
away, so still takes that bolt to the face, but they got baby rock golems floating around, and now Smash is just gonna work on their Rax. Can they do anything? They do have the chaotic
可以
offering.
不着
They
急
have amp
往
damages
他们
going
脸
out. They
上走
pull in
了，
Smash
这边
again.
现
They
在
need to
跳
burn
过
these
去以
refractions,
后
but he
再
can
摸
just
别人一
blink
下，
through
然
it
后
without the
走出来，
refractions down. Changes to that. Where is
走别人
Dub
脸上
He
去，
is
然后
staying
跳出
way
来。
back, trying to make sure he gets
跳
off a
刀。
good chaotic offering. And actually, this siege, I feel like E.Wolves deciding maybe. I mean, they've cleared the creeps. E.Wolves still has
先
Aegis
适当的打一打
for
伤
only a
害，
minute
然
and a
后再
half.
等兵线过
So
来，
if
然后
they
再
can
往
keep
脸上
clearing
走。
these, I know they're losing a lot of damage on the range, but if they only lose range from this, I
比较
still
有
think
耐
it's a
心，
win for
这
Root
样
keeping
先
that
把
far behind
塔
they are.
给
But
耗
they're
掉，
all on here
一
now.
个锤，比较抬，这大招给
So much
上，
damage, and the Chaos
但
Knight
是
manages to
CK
kill
先
the
被秒
Phantasm,
了，
but
拿
they
一
blow
口
up. And it
，SF
looks
交
like
大
Kuki
招，
the
波洛
Lost
克再
Man.
给
There's
大
no
招，
buyback on that
对
guy.
对
Now
的
they have a shallow grade coming out.
血量有
Stanley
点不
does
高
manage to get back
汤
to
姆
the
杯
fountain. Warlock
回
is fought
血，
back. He does get off that chaotic offering, but here comes the team fight. And I don't know if they have enough.
但
They've
是
got
这
enough
给上
people.
减
Smash
速
goes
了，
down, but that's just
交
the
盾，
first life.
然后再走。
They've defended their racks, but I don't know if they've defended it for another wave. They need to raise down these creeps immediately, or it
这不
feels
等
like they're
兵线
just
上来
goners.
再去摸一下这兵，
An
他们
expensive
现在
hold
该用的控
from
制
Root
技能都
Gaming,
用
and
过
I
了。
don't think they can do it again anytime soon.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna
反
go
而
for
形成
desperation
一波开
plan
物
for
反
the
追
smoke
击。
contraption right now.
I don't think this is the right play. Oh gosh, they find
上路
Smash,
这
but he
里
does so much damage to
一刀两
Shuan.
刀，
Shuan's
三
gonna
个
be
人
3
在
shot
跟
here,
现
pops
场
the
刚
wand,
正
but it's
面，
probably still going down. Weave comes out. We've got a
今天
really
找
weird team fight.
急
They
着
on
找
the Shadow
人，
Fiend, Shadow
结
Fiend's
果
gonna go
场
down
控
here. He's
住，
gonna explode,
哎呦
almost kills off the
这
Tusk,
种
but
是
that is
终
not
于
enough.
找
And
到了后
Templar
面
Assassin
气
does
人的
manage to kill off Dub Dub.
SF，SF 刚才
Now
应
we
该
have
是
no buyback on that
有
hero.
买活的，
Smash F me Paster? Or
Me Pastor.
Me Pastor. Yeah,
Yes,
he
he
was
is
just
me.
fighting 3 of them up
Yeah,
on the
he
north
did
side.
really well. They're gonna try to do some work on Van, but I think Jeezy using the Phantasm at the wrong point, and I think they have to give up this Rax. I don't know if this is just GG, but it's looking really grim for Root
20 分
Gaming,
钟
losing all of their lanes early game.
破中路，然后
Yeah.
，My
去一
goodness,
个人
that
破。
gyrocopter is a
现在
race car.
EW 这边这个经济状况，大哥
So
的
they're
经济
down
状
a
况
Rax.
有
I think
点
you're not out of it until
碾压，
the ancient calls or you call
这点
GG,
经
but
济
it
装备
is
就
rough,
足以
and
消对
they're
面
just
压
not
的。
making mistakes on E.Wolves, which I think is the way you get back into it right now for Root Gaming.
Yeah, I think the
继
last
续
team
摆
fight
着
when
不牢，推下
Billy
路。
was hitting into mid T3s, it was really awkward for the CK. I think ideally for CK you want to ulti
一
and
张
then
TP 两张
initiate.
Oh, we have a
TP
full stop in from Shuan.
一脚
Jackson
踩
managed
这
to kind
个
of isolate
这
one,
个
but
是
there's another wind
SF，
trust. Do they have a shallow grave
然
or
后
something?
奶
They
做，
managed to kill
啊
off Stan
这边
in
是
the back
阵
line
亡，
from
但
the
是
shallow
后
grave.
面
And now
有点
JD is
饿，
going to take the
可以
full
去
damage
交大
again
招
as this
，SF
wind
也
is
是
lost.
要了
Maybe
个
they
大
get
招
one。return kill, but the
SF
Keel
现在的一
coming
个
out.
状
They've
态
got to get
比
rid
较
of this
的
Sigil.
差。
They've got to get rid of these zombies. There's so much they have to do. They kill the big
起来，
zombie.
没
They're
有打
now
死
to work on the tombstone,
想
at
去
least
他
a
们的
big bounty
帮
for
助一下。
747. But it is
哇
not feeling like enough, and now he may go
哎，
down.
你怎么
He's
能
back
走
up.
呢
Where is he?
推一下，
Dota
推
tries to do
踩，
something, but
哎
he's
呦，
going to be
这
kicked
个
on
好
auto
的
attack to
下
the face.
这
They
个，
killed up
啊
Templar Assassin somehow. Didn't even catch that. She
为
was
我们
in their face, way overextended. Are they gonna get banned? One more auto attack and they do. Now Tackle's here. Jeezy can play much more greedy. He's gonna take the splinter ball to the face. He's gonna be A-okay. Maybe a shallow grave needed for him, but no, he toggles. And they don't have anything else for the Wyvern. A good hold there, but their Ziggurat
又
has
是
gone.
推踩。这不是宣
Yeah, I
告
don't。know why E.Wolves just like.
Oh god, Tusk is going down
又
another
是一
big
个
exchange
锤
for
子，一锤子带走
our
了，
friends
这样
on
一波
Root,
高
but
地
I
的
don't think it's enough.
强
Kind
烈
of just
抵
like
抗，
letting Dire get back into the
让
game
Root 稍微
by
看到了一点点的
overstaying
生
their
机
welcome,。I feel like.
Yeah.
看一下整体的经济情况吧，这边
This is
EW
rough.
这边领先了1万多，
Even
这个
though
图打完感觉应该
E.Wolves
是
is
大概
making some
还是
mistakes,
有
I
个
still
8000 这
think
样子
it's
的领先，
in
不知道他现在有没
you're in
有
a bad
进入
spot
统项
if。you're Root, you know? It's
But yeah, it's definitely not a good spot, but I feel like they're getting glimmers of hope.
3号位的大
Just
鱼，
because the Radiant has been kind of throwing their lead away.
Yeah. Now, do you desperation smoke here? You've used up the Aegis. You've got a bit of time until the next one. You don't know how long because you hope. I think for Root Gaming, they're hoping it's a long Roshan respawn because I don't think you have a good way of sneaking this
这
right now,
个
especially with
SF
Templar
是
having
华人
traps.
选手，
Do you just try to stick it out? Your Shadow Fiend is actually doing pretty well when it comes to things. He's got the
这
full
位
Monster.
置
He
有
actually
一
can
个
go Sand and
飞
Yasha.
机，而且2秒大招就
My
好了。
goodness,
哎，
he's
贴
in the
身大
danger zone.
不是不可以，
And he's actually bringing in Shuon
不
as well
是
to the
不
danger
可
zone. I
以
think
呀，
this is
兄
really
弟。
bad. Shadow Fiend, he doesn't. He's
He's
gonna
gonna
try
help
to
him. He's just gonna help him.
贴身一
Oh
个
my
大
goodness,
招
he，gets the Wyvern, and
对
now
方
if they
眼
can
睛
catch
都还
up
没来得及
Mystical
眨
as well,
一
this
个
is
墓碑
fantastic
抽一
for them.
口
Two quick picks at the same time. They got
SF
weird shit
有
going
点
down
谋
top.
改
I don't even know what it is. Smash is there. Has Refraction saved in the snowball, which now
看
has
一
its
下
own
，M 的
Refraction.
追，
Jeezy, he's gonna get immediately
我
challenge
靠
picked up. Can
跳
he turn
进
and
去
like
才
so
3
Shadow
个
Wave?
难
And
一
they
口
kill
飞机
Smash.
交大
Oh,
招，
it's
这边一
fantastic.
飞
Can
机
they
一
get
个
any
人
more support?
双
But
城
no, here
南
comes
极射手，
Gyrocopter on
看
the
能不能再
top.
追一个。
There's the
哇，
ward and more of a
这血量一
coverage
脚
for
踩，
GD. He
但是
hasn't
还是
managed
换
to
了个
survive.
PK
But the Golem coming out. Is it gonna do it? Are they gonna
过
kill
自
him?
己
Van
要
is Root
遭
gonna get
受
a
团
team
灭
wipe. Van is a race car though. He doesn't
He's
need that
dead.
drum PS phase. Roots, he's dead. Holy cow.
Yeah,
Okay, how?
3-2-2.
What just happened? Yeah, not only 3-2-2. What exactly just
这个
happened? There were pickoffs
Root
all over the map. I don't know if you
有
caught
意
more of
思
the top
啊
one than I did.
刚
Because I
才
did
进来
not
的时候
catch
感觉
the
他
top
们一
engagement
一
until the
开始已
end.
经
I
是
saw a
很被
little
动
bit
的一
of
个
the
局
top
势了。
engagement. I
Okay.
think Tusk snowed the TA into them.
Yeah.
And then Shadowfiend just TP back after melting the two heroes in the jungle.
Radiant's top
It is a
tower.
Crimson
这是一
God
波
up
打
on
回来，
Undying.
翻身
I
做
want
主
to do
人。
a quick item roundup because I think
Structures
after that
are
we're gonna have a little bit of a
进行
calm down. But the experience is even. The net worth is still nowhere near even. But Root Gaming getting themselves back into this. Root Gaming is. I had plans. I wanted to have a nice celebratory burger because I had some good stuff happen in my family. But I am gonna be getting that very late because Root Gaming, every game I cost of theirs goes to like an hour. So sorry, Kenyon, you signed up for. You didn't know. You signed up for really long games. So, yeah. Sorry about that. I don't know. I don't know if you've had this experience with Root in your scrims. I don't know if they do it
海
in scrims
明
as well, but
海
in
明
the
现在
games I've
是
seen, they
点
just
金
hold out
手
till
的一
the
个
bitter
局长，
end.
身上的钱应该是够出
Yeah, well,
大
I mean, like I
那
said,
个
I
卫士
think
进
E.Wolves
甲的大
definitely
鞋子。
have expiry date
网
on their
也
lineup.
很飞啊，
So I
说是
think Roots
中
recognizes that, and they're just gonna play it
中
out.
甲加密法
We're
鞋的
within 5,000 net
减伤
worth.
其实
This
蛮厉害
game,
的。
early racks
在
down.
这边也
Root
是有
feeling
对
like they're
护
in a
甲有
position
一
that
定
they
的
can hold it.
提
I want to
升
do a quick item roundup
因为这
because
就
we
是
finally got a
六
long
特这
reaction. It's the
边
Crimson God on Undying.
减
Templar
价的
Assassin
一
has
个
that
效果
Blink,
还是蛮
Sanj,
明
and
显的。
Yasha, but considering how good her farm was, this Shadow Fiend is ahead of her in net worth because of all of those kills. I think Stinger, realizing this game is going to go long, picks up a Midas for himself, but oh, I don't know if it's going to be
Dire's
enough.
top tower is under
Blink
attack.
Dagger on Masoku is pretty huge,
啊，如此这一波
but
主动开五不接，
Gyrocopter, he's also going to have a BKB actually pretty soon, which I think is very nice.
感觉经过这两次的一个
Although
打
BKB doesn't
团的
help
话，
you
如此这
against
边的一个
Chaos
整体
Knight.
战斗力已经
Like,
是不
yeah,
虚
you
了
don't。get stunned,
而
but
且
he's
之
just
前
going
我
to
刚
phantasm
刚
and
提
kill
及
you
到，我
anyway.
就说他们内训装备
Yeah,
时
it
候，就
really
是依赖
depends
大招
on
的时候
how
就已经很
what
有的
skills and
打
stuff
头
they
了
use,。but
对
doesn't
方
help much in
哎
terms of
破物，
negating the
他回
damage.
去你
Yeah,
要
so,
走，
and
秒
now
跳
looking
走。
over Root Lineup's new item pickup, Slaughter finally has his blink. I want to ask you, what do you do as Slaughter to actually have items? I feel like I've seen some teams try to run him as position 1, and I just don't know what you buy on the hero to have impact. I've seen the Blink Dagger full stop so many times. It doesn't feel like he can flash bomb because he doesn't have AoE. He has good right click, of course, but I don't know. I think an AC is good for him, but of course Shadow Fiend already has one. What do you go as Slaughter? Are you just utility Slaughter now?
来了来了，
Yeah, that's a really good point. I thought.
很主动的一波
Oh, we
跳
have
起来，然
They put
后
up
去
back a
上
beautiful
最后
win
一
exhaust, but it
个
doesn't catch the
平
damage.
衡的
Team
绝
John's
大，
gonna take a lot of
这
damage
次大
if
招
they
是
can
打
get
满了，
here. This
现在
is
是
huge.
部
They're
分
gonna
残
challenge
血
Raze coming out. I don't even know who's going down. Jeezy might fall here. Boris is gonna lock it down, and it looks like finally a team fight going E.Wolves' way. They're gonna get everyone, but we have buybacks of plenty. And Dope goes down. Shuan, the only one who survives, and I don't think even he's gonna survive. What went wrong there?
I think they got caught out under the Undying Tombstone, and the game, the fight took too long to finish.
And Mr. Shadow Fiend, he doesn't have buyback, he just didn't have the gold, so they managed to get Shuan. This is another racks down for Brute. Been doing such a good job of getting back into this game, but E.Wolves making the smart decision, knowing they don't need to go for Roshan here. They could just get supers, sorry, megas, if they go for top as well. So a fight, almost 6,000 gold swing.
has fallen.
in favor of E.Wolves, and they're gonna go get supers. Slaughter has bought back, but I don't think the three of them can fight, not without their big ultis. Phantasm again coming out, maybe not in the best spot. On the upside, E.Wolves doesn't have big ultis either, but the longer this team fight takes, the more of the base that goes down for Root. So I don't know how you get back in here. Chaos Knight's trying to do chaosy things, but he's suddenly so far behind, and yeah, E.Wolves smartly backs
I
up.
think they
can
should just back up and do Roche right now.
Yeah, they can do that. So, Root Gaming making such a good job of coming back and just completely lose it all on a team fight. But this is Dota. Do you still think there's hope for Root being 2 racks down this early on?
I mean, you never say never. I think they definitely have a chance because like the way Radiant has been playing, they've been kind of like overstaying their welcome a lot. But I'm not sure what this ages. It's gonna be cheese as well, I think.
Yep. Yeah, not feeling. Actually, I'm not sure. I think it's the second one. So yeah. So not gonna be cheese, but still meaning that Root Gaming, their lost racks looking like it's very much over. At this point, do you just try to figure out what you do in your next set? This is a best of 3, right? You got 2 more games potentially. For Root Gaming, are you just going, hey, maybe we shouldn't have drafted the Warlock, or?
Well, generally you don't want to be talking about the next game unless you first GG out, right? It's really just like a distraction.
I know some teams definitely, if they think it's over, they buy a bit of time to think about drafting between games.
It's kind of like a bad mentality to have.
Okay. Well, we've got a Walrus punch coming in. Shuan, how is he going to get the Tutoring Curse now? And it doesn't look like he's going to. He actually forced off the way. He's somehow still alive. Where is the Winter's Curse? They've actually used it over there. Dub. He does have the Golem in 8 seconds, but I don't know if their Shadow Fiend is going to survive that long. Where is the Dazzle to keep him alive? Shallow Grave coming out. Dub, where is your Golem? He has it, but he dies before he can cast it. He's got the tieback, but they've called the GG. Dub comes in with the Golem. Let's see if they're still going to fight or if that was a real GG, but it looks like it was a real GG. And E.Wolves convincingly, they had a few mistakes, but they take that first game.
Overall, I think Radiant played really well. They overstayed their welcome a few times, but overall, like I think they just outplayed Root.
Yeah. So once again, thank you for joining me. We've had Kengan from Team YP with us, and we've got Vengeance on stats. We'll be getting us right quick into a game 2. This is Kengan's first time casting with me, so feel free to show him some love. I would love feedback on how to get better, and we'll be going into game 2 right quick. You can leave your feedback on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Llama Down Under, and I've got Kengan's Twitter handle on there. Do you have any kind of final words or so on before we hop into game 2? Yeah. So anyway, we will be getting in there shortly, folks. We have a few words from the Star Ladder sponsors, and then we will be right back.